Hi, welcome back. This is Angela. Hi, with Dogwood Paper Arts. Good to have you back with me. This is part 2 of making quilted pieces out of paper. And here's the pieces that we've done, or I did and then we did together. Aren't they beautiful? This one is my favorite. Now that's going to be like a side tuck on a page, or I can make it maybe a half longer on each side, and then it would make a really nice belly band, especially if we stuck a little jewel right there in the center of these, or a little tiny button, you know, those little buttons that go on doll clothes. I have some of those. I got them at an estate sale recently, well, a month ago. And here's another one. I love this one too. It's just the 9 patch. And then here is the simple windmill pattern. Isn't it? Yeah, there it goes. I see it now. And here is just another simple 9 patch. This will be a pocket on the bottom of a page. So today I wanted to see if I could create something that looked a little bit like an applique piece. So I have these 2 tea-dyed papers. It is a thick watercolor paper on the base. And then I have these 2 with flowers and butterflies also, but they're both in this bluish on one side and kind of a yellow linen color on the other side. So we're going to stick those on and just see if we can make it look like a what? An applique piece. Like we appliqued those on there in little tiny pieces. So I have brought along my Marvy jewel picker tool so that I can pick up my butterflies and flowers without dampening my finger on my tongue to do so. So we know we're going to want that butterfly right there. So let me, how should I do this? Should I glue my butterfly? Or should I, we want the whole thing glued down, but gosh, it doesn't need much glue, does it? Because if we have too much glue, it's going to spread all over the place. But we do want it glued all the way down. Now this may be a piece that would need to be, what am I trying to say? Decoupaged later. So this is 4 little butterflies and 1 little flower. This will probably fall off here and glue itself to the table. Yep, as soon as I touched it. That's what it wanted to do. It wanted to fly away and glue itself to a table. Can you see that okay? I know it's tiny work, isn't it? So I'm just trying to kind of corner these here, the butterflies. Just have a little glue on my fingers, so that allowed me to pick that right up. But if you have these little butterflies and stuff stuck to your table, this Marvy tool works great. There's that one. See that? Much better. Oh, I gotta set my timer. Oh my goodness, Angela. They aren't gonna like you going over an hour. So start. There we go. We're on our way. And this one. Now I punched these out with Little tiny punches. Now that glue will dry clear, so we're good there. So this is what it kind of looks like. Kind of like it could be an applique piece, especially when you set it down with other quilt blocks. You kind of end up with a nice little quilted piece there. So there's that one. Now we need to do another one. Let's do one of the white ones with just flowers. Let me take these off. I think that will help. Wonder if we want pink flowers up or pink flowers down. I think we'll go pink flowers up. Oh, I was going to show you the hole punches I used. There's one. Hang on and we'll look at the hole punches. Don't really even need to squeeze your glue bottle here. Don't press it down hard until you're sure you have it where you want it. Then you can give it a little harder press, because especially if you're using the art glitter glue, it likes to glue pretty fast. And I think I still have to show you the flying geese pattern, right? A little bit right there. Sorry, my big fingers are getting in the way. And my big hand there. So far so good, huh? Whoops. I'm just using the nib after I put a little glue down to push that glue around a little bit to make it a little more gluey closer to the edges. I'm not looking for perfection at all. If it were a real quilt, I wouldn't look for perfection all the way either. Don't they always say you don't want to have a perfect item because there's nothing more perfect than God? Something like that. Okay, so there is a butterfly and a flower. Whoops. Let's see, I think maybe I want to do another butterfly on this one, because it'll match this if I use these four together. So let's do a butterfly on this one. Oh, no, wait. This one. I'm all confusing you and me. Okay, so maybe we want green butterflies up. Better put my first one down so I don't forget. Makes nice nail art too, doesn't it? Now, I pressed that one down too hard, so I've got to press it harder to scoot it. It's a little closer to the edge than I wanted, but it is what it is now because it is glued. And then, oh, as soon as I get this one done, I'll show you the punch I used. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? I love that checkered fabric. Or, look at that, it's got me going already. Faking me out. Mock fabric, faux fabric, it's paper. And one more. I better get some up on his wingtip there. So just catty corner. As best as you can. It does not have to be perfect. And bring that back. And let's use the yellowish side of the flower this time to go with the greenish butterflies. Oh, goodness. It's getting away from me. I need a towel on that one. I had put too much glue on it. There we go. So now we have those. Did we do this one? Yes, we did. Okay. And now we need to do one more with flowers. Whoops, my gluey finger. There it is. Let's pick up our flowers. These purple butterflies were a heavier sheet of paper, but they weren't double-sided. Excuse me, I get a cough. Sorry about that, my throat's dry. I'll have to get a drink of water here. Anyway, the purple here is just a single-sided paper, but it was thick like these other papers. So it seemed to work okay. I tried earlier to make the flowers with a thinner paper, and I'll be honest with you, they were really difficult to work with, and I thought, well, this is supposed to be fun, not difficult. If it's hard to do, I'm probably not the one that's going to do it. I will. I can overcomplicate myself extremely. When I'm in a project, and then I don't have a problem with it. But if it's something like this where I'm just working on it just now, I don't want it to be complicated at all. But I have been known to make some complicated pieces, especially when I did mini albums, because they were fun to make, kind of complicated, because the more complicated it became, the more hiding spots you had and places to discover in the journal, in the mini album. Okay, so there we go. What do you think? Now, should we make that into a divided square with some of our paper we've been using? Would be more like this. Am I out of picture? Yes, I am. Why, yes, I am. So it would be more like this, and then there'd be a strip here too, of course. It's hard to put down on a solid surface and not have it wiggle all this way and that way. So I think that would look good. Okay, so we need another piece of coffee dyed paper that we can start our quilt block on. It looks to me like we'd better put one of these. So let me kind of measure this. It's going to be right about to there. I'm just going to put a bend in my paper because I only want to glue that far, where it seems to me that the quilt block will go. Let me move some of this stuff back. Okay. Gluing this nice little border piece down. Sorry if I'm out of camera. I haven't gotten to where I can maneuver everything around me yet. Okay. So then we're going to put this piece in here. Now we need to leave space to put our next border on over there. Or we could go ahead and place the border down and just not glue it all the way. So let's bend it just a little bit, just to tell us to stop gluing right there. Because if we glue it all the way down, then we'd be wasting some of our paper that we might need here to make our little quilt block. Okay, so that gives us kind of a border to work with, doesn't it, to begin with. Now let's glue this piece down. Hopefully this isn't too close to this color. Now I do have to say, I think it would be better if this outline was as thick a paper as this one. But like I said, this was a watercolor paper, and so it is quite a bit thicker. Okay, so now we're going to need a middle one. Bend it right there. Maybe. Oh goodness, I just don't know. It's not like I can sew it together like we would a quilt. I'll put that in there just so I know where to bring this to. Excuse my head if it's in the picture. Okay. Let's pull that out of there before it semi-glues down. Now, what else? We're going to need one that comes through here, right? So let's go ahead and use this piece. We won't probably come past here. I'm just going to cross it over this one and not worry about it being too large. First I'm going to paste this one down though. So that we can line the two blocks up. Now you can, if you want, go ahead and draw in some sewing lines in these in the middle here if you want, up to your flower or through your flower if you want. And that would look like it was stitched together. I may do that. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so we need that one to go to there, right about there. I don't want to glue any further than that little crease I made in there. And that's probably going to be too far. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so now we need the other flower one over here, don't we? And hopefully I have this border in the right place. Okay, and let's glue the butterfly down. There we go. All right. Now, let's see, we want this one to be over the top. Let's see if it's long enough. And it is. So we're going to glue it from there to, find a pencil, my in camera. There to there. So let's cut that off. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because we can cut that other off when we'll straighten it out when we're done. Just like you would a quilt. Gotta square it up. Okay, going to just cut that one off. When we square it up, that rest of that will get cut off. Oh, let's see if this one will fit. If not, I think I might have another one. Oh yeah, that'll fit perfect. Okay. And I know that these strips, when I cut them, were not perfectly straight either, so okay, look at that. That looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and put this in here till we figure out what we're going to make next. And I still have to show you the items I used. Just going to go ahead and clip that off all the way over. And there we go. Now, let me show you this. This is a Creative Memories punch, and it has a butterfly, a flower, I think a reindeer or a cow, and a fish. And they are very tiny. That's my phone. They're very tiny. Look at that. Oh, goodness. Anyway, that's the punch I used. So, there we go. But it looks to me like it needs something else. Doesn't it to you? I wish I had a little punch that punched these size. I know I don't. I would have to make my own. I don't know. There's my puppy dog. Hey, Miss Libby. What you doing, baby? Line your scissors up with that line across from it. Don't cut it all the way off, because you're going to want to line up your scissors on this black pencil line and that pencil line. And Marvy tool. And Marvy tool again. I just kind of feel like it needs something in the center. This is a Tim Holtz paper. Hopefully this will fit. And not too crookedly. Oops! The pencil line is coming off onto my finger and then onto the paper. Okay, I think that's a little better. That kind of gives it a little more appeal. It'd be nice to put one here and 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 here. But gosh, that'd be a lot of pieces to cut, wouldn't it? Let's see what we can do. I don't want it to be too complicated of a project, like I said, though. You know, I do want to have fun with it. Marvy tool. Uh-oh. It's losing its stickability. There we go. If it sticks off over this edge a little bit, that's okay. There we go. There we go. Get the glue off your Marvy tool. Need to clean it. You can get it wet. I like that. I think that looks good. Okay, so let's go this way, right here. Probably gonna be right out there somewhere. If it sticks out over the edge, we'll just cut that part off. This is like working tiny, isn't it? Working teeny tiny. Flip it over and then you can cut that extra piece off. There we go. Oh, my fingers are really gluey. Well, with gluey fingers, it's starting to look like a old quilt. Okay, let me get another piece of that. Gosh, we're not going to even get done with this one if I don't hurry. There, two, there. Okay, let's cut that piece off. Now let's see if it'll fit up here. If I even it off just a little bit, it's slightly off. This one's easier. I know I can glue right in that square. Just like that. Now let's do this one. This is a little wider on this side. I will probably trim that down a little bit so it's more like the same width as that one. Get that pencil line off of there. You know, it is surprising how long it takes to even do a faux quilt. You know, here I thought it might be quick, but I was wrong. So I'm just going to stick that one on there, just like that, and then I'll clip it around the edges. And then I'm going to do the same over here. Oops. Okay. Clippity-doo-dah. I don't know if you've been to Tina's video, but she is making a beautiful journal. I just love it. That's Shabby Dabby Doodah. Gail Augustinelli is also making a beautiful one. And Martha made a beautiful giveaway, and so did Carol. And they are working together, collaborating on a giveaway. It's really neat. Oh, I forgot one spot. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Well, I think we're going to just spend our time working on this little project. Hi, Miss Libby. Hi. How's my girl? What are you finding to eat? Nothing? Oh, you can't have that. That's a piece of bag. You don't want to end up like Gail's dog and in the hospital. Give it here. Hey, Libby, give it. Give it. Thank you. Kleenex 1. Give it. Give me the next piece. Pick it up. Okay, thank you. Kleenex 2. Next one. Get the next one. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. That's a good girl. Kleenex 3. No Kleenex is for you. That's not for the dog. That's for the garbage. You're so cute, though. Even when... Hey, get out of there. You can't have it back. She's getting back in the garbage. She says, but I want it. I want it. Why do dogs always love to eat the things that they're not supposed to eat? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what. We're 22 minutes in. Oh, no, we have 22 minutes left by my clock. So there. There is that one. Needs a little bit of faux stitching on it, doesn't it? Or something in each one of these little things. A little butterfly or something. I'll have to think about that. Okay. Now, to make a flying geese. The geese fly in, the geese fly out. I don't know how I got all those back there. No telling. Okay, so I need at least one of those colors. And I need my cheater geese here. I decided to make these solid this time so that it looks like the geese are flying. And I wish I'd have gotten a blue fabric because that would have been really pretty. I don't think I have any more of this cut. But I have brown. Let's go with brown, then the geese can fly either way. Okay. First things first, square. That is, what was it, a 1.5 inch square? Now, I don't know if I'm going to do this right or wrong. So you'll just have to bear with me. Or geese with me. One of the two. Oh, that was supposed to be a goose, I think. But we can always turn it the other way. We can have purple geese flying one direction and brown geese flying the other direction, right? Why not? Why not? You can see I didn't get right in my square like I should have. Hey, no, you're tangled up in my cord. Here, don't move. Okay, gotcha. Cord. She's always getting tangled up in my cord here. Hey, get out of there. Out. Libby, back up. Back up. Out. If you're going to get in trouble, you have to go out. Hang on a second. Give me the cardboard. You go see Daddy. Go on. Come on. Go. I know you don't want to, but you have to. Don't give me the sad puppy look. Oh, I got the sad eyes. But she was starting to pick everything up, so it was time for her to head on out to see her papa. Let's see, so this one actually goes this way. Okay. Got to give myself directions as I go. So this one goes this way. Kind of want to marry up that bottom part a little bit. And then the brown goose is going that way. Just something like that. We'll square it up later. Oh boy, my table is so gluey, I tell ya. Let me flip this around. No, let me leave it like it is so I don't mix myself up. Brown goose. I think that's right. And a purple goose. Goes like that because the purple's flying east and the brown is flying southwest. So I guess these would be going northeast, wouldn't they? A brown goose. The goose is loose. And boy, I'm definitely going to have to put something there because the white edge of the purple is showing through really well. So I will probably use my little tiny brush for with my ink and kind of go in between these lines a little bit. Okay, so there we have, yeah, you can really see the white lines on that. Doesn't help having gluey fingers at all. There we go. Just a little bit there. So when we ink around it, it's going to be just fine. So now we have, it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Gives it kind of a up and downy look. But there goes the purple geese. You can see them going that way. And there goes the brown geese going off to the southeast. Flying north, or flying west, flying east. So there we go. So that gives us one of those. Now, I think we need more than one. I'm going to go ahead and glue it on this piece of paper. Just to, well, it really needs to dry and get clipped a little bit better because it is not squared up. So as I say, it should sit and dry. I am clipping on it, as you can tell. But I think I'll go ahead and glue it down. Let's see what other flying geese we have. We have this one. Let's send the pink geese in the front. And then these geese will be following. And I have one more goose. Here we go. And we can put green geese going that way. And that would make a nice little tuck or the start of a belly band, wouldn't it? But I don't really like those colors together. What do you think? And I think I need to make some more of those. So anyway, I'll wait and glue that down after it is drier. And perhaps I'll make another one to go with it. Should we do that right now? Make a couple more purple ones? I do love the color purple. Okay, maybe we'll do better this time. Okay, so we know we're going to start with a purple one this time. Going to carefully glue it on my first square. Whoops. It's not starting off very good there, Ange. And that one. Oops. Oh boy, those two are way off. I must have cut these a little crooked. That's probably why I must have cut them crooked here. That's probably why they're just off that little bit. Let's see. Purple, brown goes this way. Oh, that glue. Get it everywhere. Get my towel. Instead of just using my fingers all the time. Might be a little better. This purple paper is really quite thin, and so it's thick, but its top layer, it feels thin. Does that make sense? I hope so. So it kind of peels back when you press it down and then wipe the glue away. It's kind of like the purple paper is peeling a little bit. Yeah, that's why the white starts really showing on it. So, has anyone out there made a journal about quilts? That one is too small, definitely. This one's bigger. I hope it fits. Don't know what I'll do if it doesn't. Square it up, I guess. Oh, that's a little better, yeah. Good thing I'm not sewing that, huh? Because it would be way off. Anyway, if anyone has made a quilt journal, I could use some suggestions. I've never made a quilt journal before. I know I want to use it to, unless I try to sell it, of course. It's always for sale. I was thinking about recording all the quilts that I have, and nope, that one's off. That one is off too. Let me get a drink of water. Let's see. Let's try this one. I think I cut the purple one wrong. Yeah, the purple one is cut off. I can see that by looking at the corner here. So that one is my problem child right now. So I'm going to overlap those just a little bit so that the brown comes up to this line where it should. And there we go. There. Yeah, and that one is like that too. I think it would be better to line these up on with the rotary cutter. But there we have two. Let's see if we can get our geese flying the same direction. Ooh, pretty. If I make two more of those, then I will have a belly band, and that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Let's see if I have any more brown. Yes, I do. Purple, purple, brown. You really are purple. So, it's the purple I don't have any more of right now. So I won't be able to make 4 today. But who says it has to be purple? Well, because we're doing purple, Angela. Oh. Purple. Which purple was that? Oh, I know. I think I put it under my cutting board. It is this one right here. That cannot cut a big piece. Oh, wait. Am I cutting in half the big ones? Or the small ones? The small ones. This one. The 3/4, right? Oops, 2, 3. I know it would probably be easier to punch them if I flipped it over the other way, but I like to be able to use as little paper as possible to make them. Okay, try and cut these correctly. Yeah, this would make a really good belly band. There we go. Brown. Okay, so there's 2. And I need another piece of paper. And, oh, I had one right there, didn't I? So, I have 2. We're going to start with the purple goose. Right there. And then pick up another purple goose. And we'll put it there. Okay. Let's see if this brown one will fit now that I figured out that it was because I had a piece all wrong. Oops. I'm going to have to start bringing in a washcloth that is wet for my fingers. It seems like my hand towels, my baby wipes, it seems like those just dry out so darn fast before I remember to really start using them. And I've got a bunch of dry ones, and I add a little bit of moisture to them, but I think the wet washcloth idea might work better for me. They're kind of hard to get a hold of. I think the other problem might be is I thought maybe these were the same weight paper, but I think this is a little heavier weight than the brown. There we go. Oops. Look at that. Oh, I peeled some of the white. Nope, I sure did. Oh well. So it is. It is, it is. And we are down to 59 seconds. And that probably means we're going to go over just a little bit. So I can show you these finished. Oops. It's going to go this way. It's best to get the right pieces in. And it's really best to put them in the correct order too. Make sure I'm still on camera with you. Seem to be. Almost there. Finish up our little belly band. Yeah, this one definitely needs brown ink, because this is where the paper is peeling, and this I just didn't get close enough together. And that purple one was one of the ones I didn't cut correctly. So I need, I wonder, let's take a look at a page. We know my page is going to be about like that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that won't work. Let's see. I get a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. This one was not coffee dyed by me. It was Caroline Creations. Okay, so if my paper is that size, the belly band is going to go across here. So I really do need at least a half of one, and almost about what, 5/8 of this one. So I might as well make it, and then I can clip a little off of each end and even it up. So let's see here. Need a brown one. I can tell I've cut this one at a weird angle too. Oh! I know, this has been weird trying to get around my hands, huh? Okay, then a brown one. Find one that looks a little larger. I guess they're about the same. They should be just about the same. It was just my angle cuts were off. And then a purple one. Yay! That purple one is off too. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's scoot those over. Let's bring over our piece of coffee dyed paper. This one feels a little thicker. There we go. Okay, so let's glue this one down. And let's put all the brown going that way. Southwest. Oh, that's actually the way I got to turn. It's going south now. Oops, this paper's not going to be long enough. Uh-oh. This one's off. Well, we'll just have to add to it. There we go. We're just going to loop that over just a little bit. Or lay it over here just a little bit. And There we go. Okay, now we have a belly band. Let's cut that out. There we go. Won't that be pretty in the book? Oh, yes. Oh, some of it came up off the table. It got glued to the table. Okay, let's have a look. Cool. So we will have to lose just a little bit here to create that belly band. But isn't that going to be lovely? That's a beautiful color. So your geese, brown geese can go that way, or your purple geese can go that way. So there we go. So we have this one that we've done. Whoops, 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 whoops. We have this one that we did today. Here's just a square. Let me send you out just a little bit. We have this one. And this one, and this one. I love this one. I love those two colors together. I don't know why I do, but I really do. And here's this one a little closer. It's not dry yet. So the geese can go either way. They really look better in a wider format, but they look neat, don't they? Here's this one, and that one, and that one. So there we go. We have some beautiful pieces. Not enough for a book yet, but not ready to make the book yet. Just the pockets. Oh, and then I have these extra little pieces that I'll use, like I said, along the edge of the paper maybe. Something like this, if I have enough of them. Of course, I'll make matching. And I think that will be nice. Or they could be tabs sticking out there. They could be paper clips. You could put a paper clip in between them and they could clip over the edge of the paper. This way. That would be cool. Or this way. Or up here. But I think the diagonal would be pretty, you know. Diagonal quilts are always so beautiful. So we could do a paper clip in between a couple of them. And that would be a nice embellishment on a journal. Especially a quilt journal. Anyway, gotta go. I'm holding you over time. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And thank you for, if you drop me some suggestions on quilt journals, I'd love to hear your ideas. I've never made a journal on quilts before, so it would be kind of cool to do it together. Anyway, thanks. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a 200 subby giveaway coming up in 1 week. Well, it's up right now, and if you go find that video, which is the one I made yesterday, or no, yes, yesterday, then you can still sign up to win. I'll be drawing names next week. Okay, bye.